So in this video, we're going to solve word problems that are written using function form. So let's read through this first example here. It says, a pool membership during the summer is modeled by the following function. So notice that I have c of x, which is function notation, and I have an x value over here in my equation. So just take that in a little bit. It says c of x equals 40 plus 2x. And then it says where c of x represents the cost. So this is really the cost function. That's what this is. C of x represents the cost, so y represents the cost, given the number of days x. So x equals the number of days that the individual visits the pool. So we've broken that down for ourselves. Now it says, part A says, how much will Stacy pay for her membership? So we are looking for the cost if she goes to the pool for 24 days. So that means we know that x equals 24. And since we know what x equals, we know that we're going to be looking for the cost in this particular equation, so we'll be looking for the c of x. So here we're going to do cost of, we know x is 24, so the cost at 24 days is equal to 40 plus 2 times x is 24. So here I keep going, I get 40 plus 48. So I find that the cost at 24 days is equal to $88. And I include units because I want to communicate what my answer actually means. Then from here, this next part said if James paid $100, so we know that c of x, the cost, is equal to $100. And it says how many days did he then go to the pool? So x equals the number of days, and we need to find x. So here we're going to now go back to our equation. C of x I know is equal to 100. The whole function equals 100, and I need to find the x value that makes the function equal 100. So I'm going to put 100 in for c of x. 100 equals 40 plus 2x. Now I'm going to solve for the x value that makes this equation true. So here we now have 60 is equal to 2x. Divide both sides by 2. We find x is equal to 30. And remember, 30 is x is the number of days. So we need 30 days in order to reach that $100 for a pool membership. Okay, so second example here, it says, the local soup kitchen serves a special dinner on Thanksgiving Day. The number of meals the volunteers can serve each hour is modeled by the following function. And it says where m of x represents the number of meals. So m of x or y is the number of meals that we serve. And then x is the number of hours. So it says if the volunteers served 300 meals, how many hours did they work? So I'm noticing 300 meals, so I know that the m of x is equal to 300 meals, and ultimately I'm trying to find x, or find the number of hours that they worked. So here I'm going to replace my function with 300 is equal to 60x. I need to find x. And now I need to solve this equation for x to get x alone to see which x value results in 300 meals. So if we divide both sides by 60, we find that x is equal to 5, and then remembering that x is the number of hours, so we would need 5 hours to make 300 meals. Then if I look at this second example down here, this says how many meals can the volunteers serve in 3 hours? So number of hours is my x value, so I know x is equal to 3. So my number of meals that I can serve in 3 hours is equal to 60 times my x value, which is 3. So if I use my order of operations, I do my multiplication, so I get meals in 3 hours is equal to 180, and then we know that m of x represents meals.